Sumito Anbapungalo Sujato Sambalo Ganggo Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. Okay, good morning to all of you across the world. Let me move this Facebook. So today marks the third day in a row where I am in silent meditation mode. And I am now decided to give a talk during this silent meditation little small retreat is what I call it. And truly a treat for me, as everyone who have been following me for years and years and years. Hold on here. My other Facebook started acting up. For years and years, who have been following me realize that I barely have any time to myself, for myself. A lot of things have been unfolding over the past week. And so I just needed some me time. Now, I've been meditating for 23 years. And along the way of serving and doing counseling, I neglect the meditative part of my life, the bhavana part of my life. And how important it is to always return back to the practice, as I consistently do in Florida, meditating out on the beach as part of self-care. And it is also to encourage all of you, as everything that I have taught, that you also put it into practice and often. The teacher not only talks the talk, he walks the talk. And it is that public display of meditation that reminds you all to sit, be still, be quiet, and to focus on your breath. This type of peace, what I describe is my own little enlightenment, my own little nirvana, where I'm in that happy place in my mind. I have no thoughts that comes, no manufacturing of thoughts that comes when I'm sitting, focusing on my breath, when I'm cycling through the 4 foundations of mindfulness. It is truly peaceful. And it is that you all must put into practice by any and all means. It is the necessary medicine that you all must put into practice by any and all means. It is the necessary medicine every single day, so that you can recenter yourself, recalibrating yourself, so that you become more effective, more efficient you. Tonight, beautiful night, I wanted to capture this moment to give 2 good news that have unfolded. Before coming here and meditating in silence, I was counseling a 21-year-old student who is going to school to become an occupational therapist. Student is Gen Z, 21, so Gen Z for sure. And the student, I'm going to have to elevate my voice because of the AC being really loud. It can override my voice. The student had a lot of self-doubts. The student has a lot of insecurities. And tonight, based upon my observations of the student over the past week, I was able to make a true and accurate interpretation that the student, is phenomenal, doing the best that he can, in being the best student that he can, the best brother that he can, and the best son that he can in the home, and not to push the envelope too far because he would be neglecting self-care. And just the transformational exchange of information, because that's all therapy is. It's just information. The student was secure in that knowledge and was brought to peace. I'm continuing to track the progress of the student, but I believe that he will be more at peace as the day passes by through the observation and continuous care of counseling and reminder that you are enough and you have done enough, and just find the middle way, practice the middle way, be the middle way, and be reminded of the middle way by the teacher. As the student goes through by the teacher. As the student goes through his concerns of comparing oneself with others in society, social comparison, I am reminded of when us millennials having to go through the same thing, and how we compare ourselves and wanting to be our best and sacrifice so much in the process that we lose ourselves, lose the enjoyment of getting from point A to point B. Enjoy the journey along the way. Something that all of us forgets, enjoying the journey along the way. The second good news is that Venerable Vasu Bantu decided to come and surprise me. And I received a text message today while taking a nap at 3 p.m., realizing that he is coming tomorrow and will remain here until Saturday. Everyone knows that I hold Venerable Vasu Bantu dearly, a true Buddhist hero for his dedication and commitment within the inter community. A person who is a monk also bridges the gap between different religions to find the commonalities that works for all of us, to unite us, cohesion, collaboration, unity. And therefore that should be greatly applauded, greatly held in the highest regard, held to the highest reverence for his dedication, commitment, and sacrifice to humanity. I am jubilant and grateful that he will be joining us tomorrow, hopefully by 11, if he does not have to rest. Venerable Vasu is dealing with his own medical challenges, and therefore it makes my heart tender and soft in many ways, realizing that he is sacrificing his body, speech, and mind for the benefit of us. His words here shared with us will be golden in the forthcoming days to come. Will be absolutely golden, like diamonds and platinum expounded out of his mouth to all of us to hear, internalize, understand, and practice, to learn from. He is regarded as a hero to me and is a hero to all of Gen Z's, millennials. He's 26, I believe. That would make him perhaps Gen Z, and a living example of that, how beautiful that is for all of us to witness in front of us. I hope to, and we will meditate together. We will speak together. I will be conducting interviews with Venerable Vasu about his journey, about where we're at so far. He will hopefully provide us the most up-to-date information within the interfaith communities, of which I got to shadow with him in different faiths, religion, and philosophies around Phoenix. I hope to further that agenda with him while he's here, with health permitting for both of us, giving the 115 degrees Fahrenheit here in Phoenix, Arizona. I hope that he will join me in walking meditation out here, right in front of these doors, the exit doors right in front of me, as I have changed positions in the altar. Previously, you all have seen me meditate on the steps behind me within the altar. However, um, just to change views and just to show you all, there is another layer of a Buddha here. Now, the singing bell the singing bowl that you all see over there, also known as Chuông, Chuong. We call it in Vietnamese. It is very warming, very warming. And it was exactly that Chuông, the bell, the singing bowl, that brought me to instant peace, calm, tranquility, and serenity when I started my meditation journey at age 14. And every time the monk hit it, it just brought me just to complete pure joy and peace. I will be replicating that. Both of us will in sitting in silent meditation. And from time to time, we'll hit that singing bowl and you will hear the warmth of it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get up and do it right now. And I want everyone to practice deep listening to the sound of the singing bowl and see exactly what I mean. It is a sound unlike any other. And truly, if you ever make your way to the monasteries locally, or perhaps having to travel just a little bit to the monasteries locally, or perhaps having to travel just a little bit to be in the presence of such singing uh, bowl, bell, or chuông, you guys will know exactly what I mean. Hopefully, you can feel that energy now. 2, 1. Wasn't that something? That's the little guy. And the big guy is the one that I hit with this humongous. I don't know what to call this. What do you call this? You can't call it a bat. It doesn't qualify to be a bat being this big. But wow, this thing is really something. It's huge and heavy. That singing bowl was exactly what got me back every single day and practicing samatha meditation for so long 16, 17 years of mindfulness of the breath because of that bell. It was because of the bell. It was because of the bell coupled with the image of the Buddha and a qualifying Vietnamese monk who's been practicing in Thailand for 30 years. How great the causes and conditions, the factors that led up, the pending arising that led up to me coming to the monastery so often. Such a valuable window of time to have experienced that for so long. So blessed are those who get to come out physically within the physical presence of the singing bell, the singing bowl, and not to sit at home and to simply just enjoy talks. It just doesn't do it justice. You don't feel the energy. You just don't. There's so many things that just the integrity of such absorption is just not there versus being in person, confronting in the presence of another, and to be in real life experience. Keyword experience. Not you learn something online, not because of an online course, and obviously buying through the speakers of your laptop. This generation moving head forward is going to be missing out a lot by staying at home, watching all of this over the screens. Truly. So I just wanted to capture this moment and also to explain to a lot of you is that after Vasubantu, I'll be returning back to Florida. and attending to some priorities at the office with my dad. And perhaps within the November area, there is a special guest that is coming in from the Vajrayana tradition. He is a very young Rinpoche that I have adjudicated, a very enlightening individual, and that he will bring many wisdom to all of us, unheard of before. Wisdom yet to be expounded to bring us towards enlightenment, and quickly. However, I've yet to release his name and his identity. And as programs develop over time and more information as it comes, because he travels as much as I do, and our traveling plans are subject to change. For example, my trip to overseas does not look like a possibility at this moment. So therefore, I am open to invitations again at this time. So therefore, a lot of things are changing, and they're changing so rapidly due to the economic crisis that the United States is experiencing. Today, I was taking a walk in the mall because where it is nice and cool with air conditioning and a good stretch. The mall to me is kind of like a track. You know, some people walk on the track. Well, when I'm walking inside of a mall in a city that I don't know, I'm also conducting social research. And as I was walking this mall here in Phoenix, 80% of the store was 50% off. Some stores 75% off. That is an alarming issue to let people see that we're experiencing financial crisis. The stores barely open, hanging on by a thread, and they have to take drastic measures. And these are name brand stores having to lower their prices. I mean, we see this commonly when the economy is good, that they have sales like this perhaps twice a year maximum. And because of such observation and what my father is reporting, even clients at the office have dropped. And the many reports out there in different industries, services, human industries, industries in retail, gave profound insight that our economy is severely hurt and in trouble. So therefore, that also affect donor status and what donors are having to do, twisting and turning, trying to make ends meet, trying to figure out their investment status, trying to figure out what is best for their family. Nonetheless, having a little bit extra over in donating for monks and monks programs and monasteries. Therefore, we monks are also hanging on by a thread and trying to alleviate the suffering of people in society by through our joint collaboration and coordination within the calendars that we have, with the time that we have left, with the resources that is available to us, and people who are at our with the people that is with us at this time. So therefore, I wanted to express my appreciation to some of you who have been tirelessly giving and always thinking about programs that I am. It truly contributes. I'm not going to let Venerable Vasu spend a dime while he's here, because he's dealing with so much on his plate, and it is my treatment as he has been so generous to me. None of us having to utilize resources reciprocally, but however, he is so kind. In the midst of a full plate on his own, he has generously told me, if you ever need anything, please let me know. He has offered time, energy, and resources for me at my disposal. and I have respectfully refused because I'm okay. I am self-sufficient. But the fact that his offering and courtesy, generosity, and altruism shows, uh, gives so much insight. What a beautiful human he is. What a beautiful heart he has. And so, therefore, over the past couple of days, we had Eve, Eva. I believe Eve is Eva. Some of you have very interesting names on Venmo and Cash App and PayPal and all of these things that is on my link tree. I wanted to give a special thanks to even Vietnamese donors and American donors and European donors across the board, and that money will be used for his stay, for food, for both of us. Everyone now knows. I don't think you know, but in the next couple of hours, I'll be taking the most venerable out to the airport, and I am perhaps, quote, the interim temporary abbot watching the monastery until they come back to the monastery, as they are attending to monastic agendas and traveling up north. So Venerable Vasu being here is a wonderful treat for me. Obviously, a treat for me. I obviously don't want to watch this place by myself, and within close quarters. So it brings a smile to my face, and a smile realizing that I have the resources to make sure that he is comfortable, and a memory of a lifetime for both of us. That's all that really makes us happy as monks, is time together and enough to survive the day, so that we have energy in serving the people always. So tonight, this morning, today, what time is it? Oh yeah, in about another hour and a half, I have to transport them to the airport, and I wanted to reserve some time in resting to myself. But I hope that everyone learned so much on the past couple of days of observing the silent meditation, and more of it to come, and truly try to discipline yourself in sitting there and meditating and fight the good fight. And you must use everything that I have taught you over the days of yesterday, and make this a priority. This is no different than any medicine, serious medicine that you have to take to treat any serious conditions. I take defilements, asavas of the mind very, very seriously. I take the priority of peace of mind very, very seriously, and cannot emphasize enough by and through my actions for all of you to be inspired, so that you are convinced to sit alone in silence. It is by and through my training that I like to revert back in the days proceeding on tomorrow, after perhaps my encounter with the Rinpoche here in the United States, and we take our tour together, and for me to extend my education experience with Rinpoche, I will be perhaps wanting to revert back to the meditative states of operating under the silence mode. I believe that you all have a wealth of information to work with, while I take additional retreats for myself, and within close quarters of students who are under my care, guidance, and operations at this time. And these are trademarks consistent with those who have meditated long. They long to sit in silence again. It is a peace that they miss. It is a peace that I miss. And I have been greatly afforded over the past 3 days to sit in silence of meditation, to myself, for myself, by myself, realizing that even peace does not last, and that peace is subject to impermanence. And therefore, enjoy it while it lasts, because things are subject to change. And the incoming of our one and great venerable Vasubandhu. And so enjoy it while it's there. Enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy anything while it lasts. Don't cling on to things. Don't attach on to things, and realize that to be grateful always and to cherish every single moment and to live that moment mindfully so that you can absorb everything that is happening in the present moment, having that Godak moment in our mind. That Godak moment. Fleeting thoughts, fleeting memory, because we are not mindful. When we are not mindful, it is as if you're good as you're dead. It's as good as if you're dead, right? Unable to recall certain things that were said, unable to recall what was happening because you were on your phone, because you were not attentive, and so on. So therefore, I'd like to conclude to this morning's talk. May you all be well, be happy, be free. So therefore, I'd like to conclude to this morning's talk. May you all be well, be happy, be free, and always be healthy. And until the very next time. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Talk and update for tomorrow.